And we're live. Welcome,
We're live.
everyone. I'm Vitor. Here we have Project Happiness. Is that what you want me to call you? Shall I call you
Most
Mr.
definitely
Project?
works fine for me. Come again?
Shall I call you Mr. Project?
You can call me Mr. Project. That sounds perfect to me.
Project. Let's do this. Okay, so this is kind of a first for me. I've been helping a few people here and there, both in public and in private, with their YouTube channels. So
Yeah?
just to give people a little bit of the context of why we're doing this, it's because so I'll talk a little bit about me and my background first, then I'll talk a little bit about how I met you and why this whole thing started. Okay,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I wasn't always like aware of what I was doing with life, right? So when I was starting, I was really lost, had no idea what I was doing until one day I've read a certain book, which I now own multiple copies of. And that really started changing everything for me. I started studying, I started reading, I started learning about business and how things work. My view of the world completely changed. I've been applying many of those principles in my day to day life. It's been giving me results. It's been changing our quality of life for the better. It's been 10 to 100 times harder than I thought it would be, but it's also been thousands of times better than I would consider it as well. And so once you made a post the other day on a YouTubers group,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was um, I was in I was asking you some questions, right? Where you wanted to
Mm,
have your channel. I think you made a post about your your logo, your branding, and then I started asking you some questions. And the way you answered, I could tell that you're still a little bit lost. It feels like you don't quite know where you're heading. It's like the shiny object syndrome, right? Oh my god, this is so cool, but so is this, and so is this. What am
there's
I
so
doing?
much to YouTube, you know. YouTube is a platform that allows you to do pretty much what you want, you know. So you have so
Yeah.
many opportunities. Like it's hard for me to sit down and go like, you know what, this is the only thing I'm gonna do, because there's
Yes.
so many things that interest me, you know. And a lot of times when I read through especially the group we're both a part of, there are so
Mm,
many that are advising people to, oh yeah, well, this topic is trending right now, so just
mm.
follow that trend, only focus on that, and you'll be good, you'll reach thousands of subscribers very fast. That's not why I'm doing it, you know. Like I don't want to follow something just because it's trending but it doesn't really interest me, if that makes sense. I'm just i'm just chilling, you know, having fun, having a blast with the minor audience I have.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, with me being new to it, I started my YouTube back in December last year. And it's like it's been going so fast ever since, and there's
Yeah,
so much I'm still trying to learn, you know.
of course, of course. We learn every day. We learn every day.
Definitely, yeah,
Like
yeah,
look at Warren Buffett, right? The guy is like
yeah, yeah.
almost your grandpa's grandpa, and he learns every day, right? But that is exactly why, for some reason, I felt like I had to do this with you, because even though you're still starting and not sure, too sure where to go next,
Mm-hmm.
there's something about your energy, about your commitment. You don't know maybe what vehicle you need to take or what road you need to take, but you know where you want to get at, and you're working towards getting there. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's kind of the idea I had here. Let's do some sort of a kind of a life coaching session thing to help you gain some clarity, understand where we're going. And this is actually where I base 95% of my advice on. Because
Okay.
here's an example I usually give to people. So I go to you and say, hey, Mr. Project,
Mm.
um, I need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Would you advise me to go by foot, go by bicycle, car, train, bus, airplane, or boat? Which vehicle should I take?
Oh, that depends on how fast you want to get there. I would say if you want to experience like the most possible, then go by foot. But if you have a meeting you got to be at, that's like, you know, you're running late on time, then you should probably catch a train. But if you like really, really got to be there tomorrow, might go take the plane, man.
Right. So
Yeah.
in other words, you can't give me a right answer just with that question. Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No, definitely not.
Because not only do you need to know where I'm going, you also need to know what's important for me, right?
Yeah.
And that is exactly why, when as you were saying, when people say, "Oh, do this and do that," it's like without knowing where you're heading, every answer can be the wrong answer. Because I think there's a saying
Fair
that
play.
says, if you don't have a target, you'll hit every shot you take because
Yeah.
you don't have a target, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah, makes sense.
that is the basis of what I wanted to do with you. So let's develop a little bit and try and figure out what your goal is, right? So first of
Cool.
all, your channel is called Project Happiness, right?
Project Happiness. Yes, definitely.
Let me just link that up here in the chat so people can check it out and take a look. So tell us a little bit about your channel. What is it you do?
My channel is an amazing channel, very funny channel. I hope you'll come and join me. Uh, Gotta say that, right?
It's not
Nice.
bragging too true.
We're having fun on my channel, but it's a very messy channel. Which is actually why I ended up making the post I made in the group. It's a very messy channel right now because I'm not doing only one thing. Some people are gamers, I am too. Some people are travelers, I am too. Some people are, like there's so many things. Sometimes I'm doing vlogging, sometimes I'm gaming, sometimes I'm making skits, sometimes I'm reacting. I've been doing a lot of reactions as well. And it tends to look very messy on the channel when, oh yeah, well, I'm actually only here because I like his reaction videos, but I gotta scroll down, and figure out which one of these is the reactions and which one are the gaming videos and stuff. So I was trying to figure out whether or not to like make more channels, so Project Happiness Gaming and etc., or whether or not that was too early, which is where I got in contact with you.
Yeah.
So right now it's an awesome channel. We're really having fun. I'm enjoying my time on YouTube. I really am. Slowly progressing forward. But it's hard to say what do I do because man, I do
Hmm.
a lot. I do a lot.
Then
I
let's
really
start
do a
figuring
lot.
that
Yeah.
out. You remember what I asked you when I mentioned when you mentioned that you wanted to do this and that and gaming and all of those things. Do you remember
Yeah.
what I asked you when you?
Yeah. Oh, we've been doing a lot of writing the last few days. Well, you
I
might have to.
no. The what I asked you was very simply why. So why would you create a different channel? What would
Ah,
be your goal, your destination? Before we figure
for
out whether
me.
to take a boat, a plane, or whatever,
Mhm.
what do you want to accomplish with a new channel? What do
Mm,
you think about making a new
my
channel?
my reason behind wanting to make more than one channel was literally just to make it a bit more nice to look at for my viewers. So when you come onto my page, yeah, well, this is the main channel, Project Happiness, obviously.
Mhm.
And then I would have a Project Happiness Gaming, Project Happiness Reacts,
Mhm.
etc. So that people aren't forced to have to go and search for these things. Where are the videos? Some people like watching reactions, but they hate gaming,
Correct.
and I don't want my viewer to go on my channel and think that, oh yeah, well, I actually do like his personality, I actually do like his energy, but I don't really like gaming, so I guess this is not for me.
Right.
There's content for everyone out there, and or at least a lot of people out there. There's a lot of different content, but I wanted to make it more nice to look at. So if you're interested in gaming, then you can go on Project Happiness Gaming instead of going on Project Happiness Reacts. What I was worried about is the fact that at the moment I'm about to reach 500 subscribers. Is it too early? Yep, going up, going up.
Do I have
Now I
a
was
couple of
worried that it was too early. Come again?
Do I have an applause sound effect here?
Would be nice. Would be nice.
I need to set this up anyway.
Do you actually have sound effects on this?
I
This
have
is
a
my
friend
first time
who.
doing a like virtual interview. This is
Sure, no, but I used to have all of this set up. I haven't live streamed in a while, and StreamYard is a relatively new thing. But yeah, you can set up music. Like, what's this?
okay. Pretty impressive.
Can I put it?
I'm hearing something.
Okay, maybe that. Okay, that's getting cringe. We're getting off topic, but yeah, this is also meant to show that. So first of all, not everything is perfect. It's better for you to just do
Definitely.
something than to not do anything because you think it's not perfect or you don't have all of the tools in place or you forgot all of the potential sound effects that could go into this. Do the thing. Now I know that the next time I do something like this, I need to have the applause sound effect, and
Hey,
then
as
I'll
you
maybe.
just said earlier, man, we learn something every day,
No,
don't we?
exactly,
You see, I'm
exactly.
listening.
One of my life goals is that every day I need to look back and think I was stupider back then, right?
Definitely, definitely.
So last week, last day, whatever. Now, you did mention one thing, and you said that you wanted the channel to be nicer to look at. What does that mean?
Just that it's easier for people to find. Let's be honest, people want what is most easy for them to get. Even with this, like it's very important that there's a link that people can just click on and get
Yes,
straight into this live stream.
yes,
Like
yes,
we all know that if people have to spend 10 seconds of their time to figure it out themselves, they're gone.
absolutely.
um
Why do you think
so
I sent messages to everybody with a link in private?
exactly, it's really really important to catch people like this, like make it as easy as possible. And
Look at that. We're at
that's
10
the whole
viewers already.
how many? I have no idea where I see it, man. Like
We're at 10
I'm
viewers
looking
already.
around here trying to figure it out. I don't know where I see how many people is in here. But what's up, everyone?
Hello, hello, welcome.
No,
Yeah,
man.
but
I wanted to make it as easy for the people to watch what they want to watch. Like I want them to be able to, as I said before, if they don't want to watch the reacts, yeah, well, if you go on this channel, they're not going to be recommended to you. This is strictly gaming, or strictly reactions, or strictly vlogs. Let's see what it'll turn into. I just didn't know whether, like, for those of you out there that doesn't know, growing a YouTube channel isn't just turning on your computer and make a video and uploading it. There's a lot of work to it.
yes,
And with me still being just underneath or beneath 500 subscribers, I didn't know if that would be too soon to start already building up a new channel. That's the only reason I haven't done it yet, actually, because I really feel bad for my viewers when I go on my channel and I scroll through the videos. I'm like, oh, there are so many good videos here, but it just looks so like it's so random,
I see.
how
I
it's
see.
placed. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Let's work on that. So to give you an idea, so welcome Bob and Viv. Bob and Viv, they were actually the first clients I helped move here into Portugal, and
Really?
it
What's up,
was
Bob and Viv?
and it was the interview I did with them that got this channel that at the time had like 30 subscribers. In 4 months,
Okay.
we got over 50,000 views and almost 2,000 subscribers
Hey,
because of these two.
I'll give you, Bob, and Viv the applause. We don't have the sound effect right now, unfortunately, but you got it right here. Like, yeah. There we go. Shout out Bob and Viv, man. That is awesome, bro.
Hello as well to Scott and the Dot
50,000 views. Hello, Scott and the Dot.
and Loriana
Loriana. Hey,
Gonzalez.
this is awesome, man. This is
So
awesome. I'm enjoying
whenever you
myself.
need some expert branding advice, talk to Loriana Gonzalez. If you check her
Loriana
Facebook
Gonzalez.
page, very impressive indeed.
I
And
like the
of course,
name. Loriana Gonzalez. That sounds really nice.
yes, and this is my better half in business and in life. So thank you for being here. Of course, my mom doesn't understand English, so she's not here.
Ah.
Okay, so let's see. So what is Project Happiness? What is exactly
Oh,
what is your brand? what do you stand
Hey,
for? Like when
let me
I
be.
say Project Happiness, tell me like 3 adjectives that you associate with it, or that I. Okay, I'm talking to someone next to me, right? I'm talking about you and your channel. How would
Yes.
I describe them, your channel?
Okay. I'm gonna be
Like
as real with you as I possibly
I'm a
can.
viewer, okay, and I'm telling it to someone.
To
Also, that's
someone,
your
yeah.
mom.
Project
Oh, yeah,
Happiness.
their last name.
Aha. Hey, shout out to my mom real quick. I love you too.
Of course.
Um, Project Happiness is 3 words: random. I would say funny, but I kind of have to. So it's for you to figure out whether or not I'm funny. I would say. I find myself pretty funny. I enjoy.
I
I
refrain
enjoy the
from
content.
answering.
Random, funny. There's a word I'm looking for, but I know it in my own language, but obviously I want to say it in English.
There's a word for this. There's a word for. Okay,
Um,
I have a 4-year-old, so we watch a lot the word party.
yeah, nah, it's definitely random. It's funny and just I don't know if I can describe it in one word, the last one here, but just a place where you can come and chill. Like it doesn't really
What's your
matter
Danish
what
word?
my Danish word. You know what? I actually just thought about it, and you just gave me the word by making me think about it in Danish. That was so weird. A place for misfits. So
Mm,
like I felt like kind of a misfit because where I'm from, if you sit down and you tell people that you want to be a YouTuber,
oh,
eh, I don't know if that's only where I'm from, guys. But it's not really something that makes people go and do the applause we just did before.
yes, yes, yes.
People tend to get a bit worried, like YouTube, huh? Nice.
Love you, mom.
Um,
But I know when you told your mom you wanted to be a YouTuber, she probably said something like, "Great, don't forget to get the job as well."
yeah, exactly. Just remember that plan B. That plan B. Nah, it's a place where I remember when I started out, I felt like doing something that society nowadays are still probably looking down upon a bit because it is a risk, and I'm not saying to people out there that want to build their own YouTube channel like just drop out of school, quit your job. No, 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 don't do that yet.
Probably not.
Don't
Probably
for the love of God, don't do that yet.
not. Would be a good idea.
It's yeah, it's a grind, and it's not. If you maybe you've watched some of the bigger YouTubers, like KSI, looking for all of these type of like big YouTubers making millions of millions, like if that's why you want to do it, I would say, hey, find you can find other ways to make money way faster.
I haven't looked into it, but I would bet that most of the super successful people were basically almost having to eat dirt at some point in their lives. And
Yeah,
if you look at most successful millionaires and billionaires and everything, most of them were also in a similar situation.
definitely. Everything
Shout
comes
out.
with a grind.
This is a small side note, but there is one show that came out on Discovery Channel. I think they had 2 seasons so far. That is absolutely
Okay.
brilliant. And I'm saying this because it's relevant for anybody who right now thinks that their life is miserable. They, I don't know,
Mhm.
live in a terrible place or they have no opportunities or whatever. Um, there's this show called Undercover Billionaire. It's not the Undercover Boss, where there's like this
Oh, I've
boss that goes and
seen
works with people.
that.
Have you seen Undercover Billionaire?
Yeah. I've seen it. It's awesome.
So for those who haven't seen it, it's a show where they take several billionaires, each one separately, of course. They send them off to a random place in America with $100, a used car, a phone with no contacts, and a brand new name. They can't use their identity, and they have 90 days to create a company that's worth at least $1 million.
It's
And the
really awesome.
reality is, like, you could even like do something similar with YouTube. I have no doubt about that. What I tell people all the time is that your YouTube channel grows to the extent that you grow.
Yeah,
Because
definitely. Oh, I
as
like
we
that. I
more,
like that. That's very true.
and it's not just even the marketing techniques or doing the thumbnails or the description or the SEO or how to find trendy topics or whatever. All of
Analytics, SEO, all of that.
that is important, but as you grow, as you become So let me put it this way. Atomic Habits is another great book. If you haven't read it, I also recommend it. He talks about this thing, which is there's three three layers to forming a new habit, right?
Mhm.
So the first layer is the layer of what the target is, right? Like what? The question is what? What do you want to accomplish? Let's talk about weight loss because it's a very common goal and target for many people, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
the what would be like, I want to lose 20 pounds.
Hmm.
So that's like the objective, 20 pounds. The second layer, that becomes the what, the how, right? Uh, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to do it? So,
Hmm.
I want to lose 20 pounds. A deeper level would be I'm going to the gym every week, right? So, it passes from I want these results to I'll take these actions to get these results, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to YouTube, for example, it's one thing to say, hey, I want to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That's the what. That's like the more superficial goal.
Yeah.
A deeper layer would be, okay, I'm going to upload every week and practice video editing once a month at least, or something like that. Then that becomes a bit
Very
more.
important.
And then you have the deeper layer, which is the who. What kind of person, who do I need to become that would get me to weigh 20 pounds less?
Yeah.
What would I need to eat? What would have to be my identity, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
supports the identity? If you change your identity, if you change your mindset, that will lead to actions that will then lead to the results. Everybody always focuses on the results, but one thing that I've proven time and time again in my life, and even when business is going better and all of these things, if I do not apply this, it all goes back to how it was, which is you need to become the person that gets those results. If you get certain results and you go back to being the old person, those results will go away.
Yeah,
And,
definitely. You have to
and
be consistent.
let me give like a shocking, perhaps, statistic as well. 80% of people who win the lottery go broke or bankrupt in 2 years.
That's that's crazy actually. Do you think it's because it comes so unexpected? Like all of a sudden you get all that money so you just throw it away?
It's individual. It's because a person doesn't have financial literacy. They don't understand
Mm.
how money works.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
their identity is that of someone who doesn't know how to use money. And this is something that is controversial for a lot of people. And it's like that victim blaming thing. But I've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
on both sides. I've been with people who had nothing or like less than nothing. They were in debt.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been with people who have been multimillionaires, and the main difference is how this works. And
Mm.
Undercover Billionaire is another good example of that. They had nothing; they were nobodies in those cities. Yeah, you can argue it's a TV show. At this point, I can say that I've learned enough that I can tell that would be the reality. If I knew
Yeah.
what those people knew, if I was and had the commitment that those people did, I could also open a company worth one
I feel
million.
like that is something more people need to realize, that success is you're not born it's not like successful people were born to be everyone can do it. Everyone who's watching us right now can become successful without a doubt. Like, so you watching
1000%.
this right now can easily go out and do what you want to do and become successful
Yes,
with it. But as you just explained, it's it's about this, like, do you really want it? Do you know how to get it? Do you take the right advice? Do you, like, if you do the if you know how to implement all of these factors you just went through to your life and to your what might start as a hobby or to your like passion, whatever it is, you can do stuff with it. You've seen it in really every type of business, whether it's industry, whether it's entertainment, whether it's music. It's all of these successful people all share something. There is a red line within all of these, where it's not as if they were put here on planet Earth better than you or me or someone else. Everyone who's watching us right now, as well as me and you, can go and do these things, but you have
Yeah.
to be willing to do them, like it's not gonna just come for you. I know a lot of people who believe that they can sit around, do absolutely nothing about it, and then just be like, hey, it's gonna come someday.
Yeah.
Someday it's gonna come knocking on my door. That's
Or
like,
those who
nah, man, you
say,
gotta
"Oh,
you
it's
gotta go do
never going to
something."
come to me because I live in this place, or I'm this gender, or I'm this
That's
color."
another thing. Yeah, don't ever talk to yourself like that. If you ask me, don't ever look at yourself and or like just immediately put yourself in the category as a failure, because you're not. You're not a failure, like, and a lot of people also just like the opposite do feel like, "Oh, nah, I can't do that. That would never happen to me. How would I go and do that?" Like, no, 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 no. I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the knowledge to go do that. Yeah, well, you're constantly telling you that you can't do it. So obviously you're never going to get it, you know? Like, please don't do
So
that. If you're watching this right now, please don't do that.
here's one of my favorite quotes, and if you don't know it, I'm certain it will become one of yours as well. It's by
Ooh, hit
Henry
me.
Ford,
I'm going to
and it
wait with
says,
this then.
"Whether you believe you can do it, or if you believe you can't, you're right."
Oh, that's a deep one,
Because
because that
here's
is
the
very,
reality:
very true.
people, what they think and what they believe in becomes their reality. And because it becomes
Yeah.
their reality, they feel justified that what they're saying is true. And it is because they make it true. And
Hmm.
I've been there. I've made my reality very, very terrible in the past because
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
too had a victim mentality. Everything was wrong with me. It's all because of my body. I'm unhealthy, and my body
But
doesn't.
we're growing up in a system nowadays where you're taught to think like that, basically, without sounding like some conspiracy type of guy. But you see
Oh,
it
we can have
everywhere. Like,
conspiracy podcasts later. That's going to be.
that's a whole other episode.
Oh, I have a friend that says, you know what's the difference between conspiracy theories and reality?
Hit me up.
About 6 months nowadays. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding. I'm kidding.
that's pretty. It's almost true. Like,
No,
nah,
but
like it's you really see it everywhere that you're not as good as this particular type of people or whatnot. That is, and that's really, really sad. Like that you see in Denmark, actually, just real fun side note. This is crazy. I don't know if you ever heard about it. You probably didn't. In Denmark, we have a law. It's not a law in the way of like, if you break it, you go to jail or you get like punished. No, we
as a
have a
side
like.
note, I have to say that Denmark is one of the few countries I've traveled to.
You've been in Denmark.
Yes, but
Oh,
we
I
can
have to
talk
hear about
about
that.
that in a bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In Denmark, we have something. I don't think it's called anything in English, so you'll just get the Danish word for it. It's called Yendelon. And what that is, it's a like universal law in Denmark, literally stating that you are not allowed to think that you are anything, because you're not better than anyone else. You're not allowed to like believe that you're like great, like, oh,
Mm,
like me, like I'm gonna go make YouTube because I'm gonna be extremely good at it. I don't think I am. I really enjoyed, if in Denmark, boy, if you say that, people will instantly, like, because of this whole like, we've grown up during the Yendelon, as we call it. Like,
mhm.
you're not allowed to go out and think you're big. Like, who is he? Why would he think he's big? Like, does he think he's better than us? Like, what the hell is wrong with him? Like, which it has absolutely nothing to do with me or you or anyone else being better than the
Mhm.
rest of the people. I just have a goal and a dream, and I'm following it.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I just wanted to let the people know that we actually have a crazy thing in Denmark, saying that you're not allowed to think that you are
that's
anything.
really
That's
interesting.
pretty
I
sad.
have to read up on it and see what happens. But
Do
yeah, that
that. Do that.
no, but I mean, here's the thing: like you, you and me, we're not better than anybody else.
Mm-mm.
But I also know there's a difference. You can choose to take certain actions that will get you better results than others. Like at
Oh
our
yeah.
core, like our potential as a human is pretty much limitless. But it's what we do with it that becomes valuable to other people. It's not that the person is more or less valuable than the other. It's what they do that can become of higher or lower value. And my mentor, one of them, my team leader, he has a saying that he says all the time, which is, people don't get what they deserve. They get the result of the quality of their actions. And that's absolutely true. Like, for example, I'm a real estate agent, right?
Yeah.
When I don't work, when I don't go out, when I don't spread the word, when I don't talk to people, when I don't do my thing, hey, I don't get paid. My money dries up.
Yeah.
And I know that when I have a listing, I do it properly. I take professional photography. I hire a guy. I pay them probably 4 or 5 times the standard industry rate, because he also helps me with YouTube now and then and a few videos and stuff. We take pictures, you can see the inside and the outside. We really go at it. And here in Portugal, at least, if you take a look at the listings that list in my region, you'll find 1 out of 100 listings that has decent pictures. Most of them have like dirty shoes spread along the living room. One time I saw a listing of this property. It was antique. It looked decent, right? And as you were flipping through, all of a sudden you get to the bedroom, and there's this huge CRT TV just on top of the bed, disconnected, looking at the ceiling. Why? They could have taken that thing and put it out there. You know what? Even those people who don't like care as much about doing a professional work, if they go out there, if they talk to people, if they get their listings, they're going to do more business than me being a perfectionist if I don't do the things, if I don't do the work, if I don't go out there.
You actually saw this picture, though.
The what?
You actually saw a picture like that, though.
Oh, yes. Yes. If you go on the Portuguese real estate market, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I've seen pregnant men on the bathroom mirror taking a picture with their cell phone in flip-flops, if you know what I mean.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I mean, you see a bit of everything here. But the important thing is, and let's now tie all of this back onto you, too, because that's kind of the focus of this conversation.
Yeah, we're drifting a little bit. You got to give me a property in Portugal, though.
Of course, that's what I do. Relocation specialist. Go to portugaldoor.com. Oh, wait, there's there. portugaldoor.com, and you have all my contact details. We can book a meeting and get you here. Anyway, what I was going to say is that so that thing about mindset, right? And you becoming the thing that you want to attract. So if you have the mindset that YouTube is all luck, or YouTube is against you, or this or that you live in a super poor country and you want to get monetized as soon as possible so that finally you'll be paid somewhere and you don't have to work and everything will be sorted out, those people, they are the most vulnerable to scam artists and people who sell them.
I was literally thinking it.
And that's why people who think of money as the goal and not as a tool to get you to your goals, they very often end up being pushed back because all of the actions they take, like I've seen people where whenever somebody messages me, I don't care if you've done the stupidest quote unquote questions in the world in the chat. If you message me, hey man, I need help, absolutely, what do you need help with? But I help you in the way that I know works, right?
Yeah, of course.
There was one time this one guy that came and messaged me and he was asking, how do I get views, or how do I get subscribers, or this or that? And I started asking questions like, hey, what's your goals? What's this? What's that? And you're like, hey, man, I don't want parables or questions. I just need you to give me the answer. It's like I was helping him get...
I'm trying to give you the answer.
Yeah, I was trying to give him the tools so he could work at it and build what he was trying to get to. But that's not good enough for him because, hey, I just want to know the secret to be famous and have a lot of views. There is no secret. The secret is you need to work hard, but also work smart, because just hard work is meaningless. But
I often see in the group we're in, and it actually saddens me a bit because I see it very often. And sharpen your ears out there if you're trying to make a YouTube channel. In the group we're both a part of, it's a YouTuber. It's basically a group where small content creators or upcoming content creators can help each other with advice. Pretty much
side
as we're
note,
doing right now.
help and support each other does not mean subscribe just because they have a YouTube channel. If you like their content,
Exactly.
subscribe, watch it, engage. If you don't, if you can help them in any way, give them advice or whatever they ask for it, do it. But subscribing to each other is not
It's a
support.
completely different thing, and that's what makes me sad in the group because I see so many posts saying, yo, everyone, I need everyone to go in and give me to 4,000 watch hours, and I need 1,000 subscribers right now. Go, go, go. For you who doesn't know, on
Yeah,
YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours before
in
you
the
can
last
start
year.
getting paid.
Start getting
Or
paid.
through
Important
ads.
distinction.
Through
Important
ads, yeah.
distinction. When you start
Yes,
getting paid.
when you start getting paid.
Or rather, accumulating money towards getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're one of those, if you're watching this and you're one of those who've made these posts, then please don't do that. You're actually, what you're doing with that is you're ruining your channel. You're really destroying it, because YouTube isn't as stupid as it seems. The algorithm is actually pretty clever. So if you just get a lot of people to go in and watch your video just for the sake of it, they don't care about you, so they leave immediately. The algorithm is gonna think, oh well, okay, this had a lot of views, but everyone left after 3 seconds, so this video kind of sucks. No one wanna watch it, so it's not
Yeah,
gonna get recommended, you know.
yeah,
So you're actually destroying your video by this, and plus all the people who goes in and subscribe to you just because you told them to, they're gonna leave. They're not gonna stay
yes,
subscribed to you. It has no benefit for you.
yes. If
I
YouTube doesn't
know it
really
sounds
work
easy
for
to
you,
do like that, but don't do it that way. You're only
yes,
hurting yourself.
yes. And think about it, really. Like, whoever starts a YouTube channel, don't you think it would be great to have thousands of people who want to watch your stuff and encourage you and comment, and you can keep making things for them? Isn't that better than just asking 1,000 people to just click the button so that you can hit the metric and have hundreds of
Yeah,
computers just playing your video nonstop just to so you can rack up for 1,000 hours?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I know what my mission is. I know what my goal is. I want to get as close to serving 8 billion people on this planet as I can. You know, I'm,
Ooh.
I've already started with like 8, so that's a start. I just need a billion left. But
Hey, 8 is a start. It's more than 0.
yeah, absolutely. If I help one another tomorrow, hey, I'm closer again, right?
Most
But that's
certainly.
the thing. Like, takes so it's important to know where we're going. And
Yeah,
on your case, like, let me put it this way: you were talking about the algorithm, but there's something else that people don't understand. Like, all the time, we see people ask, "Hey, what? How does the algorithm work?" Right?
yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah,
how do
yeah, yeah.
you about the algorithm?
Yep.
Here's the short, oversimplified answer. The algorithm works to serve the audience. So, as I
Yeah,
always say when I hear that question, if you serve your audience, your channel will grow because the algorithm will recommend it to people. If your video
yes.
serves the audience, the algorithm will serve your audience and also automatically.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the algorithm itself, it takes into account way more things than you think it does. For example, it tracks where people come from. It tracks how long people stay on YouTube after watching your content. So let's say YouTube keeps track of how many videos in a row you watch,
Yeah.
okay, for example, and how long you stay on the platform. So if a person is, let's say, several people are watching videos, they average between 10 and 15 videos watched before they come across your video and click on it. They may even watch your whole video, but for some reason, they go from your video to some other website and they never come back during that day. That could hurt your channel as well. And
Yeah,
for example,
definitely.
if you put lots of links and stuff in your description and all that, not saying not to do it, and I don't want to people to start freaking out and start changing everything. What I'm saying is, don't worry about it, but a lot of things get tracked, and all of that goes into this magic box that is the algorithm, which is always changing. But at the end of the day, they want to serve the audience, and YouTube's way of serving the audience is keeping them on their platform because that's where they make money. So they
It's a
want their business
business.
to grow, right? So on your case then, uh, when it comes to all of those contents and the gaming and this and that, when I asked you what Project Happiness is because you may be able to do all of that on your own channel if that is your branding. Because,
Yeah.
for example, Project Happiness Gaming, is it about the games or is it about you playing a game? See what I'm saying?
I do. I'm trying to think about the answer to it. Like I'm sitting here like, now, is it about me or is it actually about the game?
When you're doing
It's
reactions, is it
hopefully the
about
game,
you
but
or is it about the reactions, right?
yeah,
And
well, I
so
would
they
say for
will
me,
play.
it's probably for the reactions, you know.
Yeah,
But we all know watching a YouTuber we like, as much as the reaction might be on, let's say, a song, and you really like the song, you're like, oh, I like this song, I want to hear him react to it. It's probably also in most parts because you also like the guy reacting to it. You know, like there's
but do you know, for example, Electro Boom?
yes, I know Electro Boom.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, I think is Indian American. I don't know, but he looks like he's somewhere from the Middle East for his accent
Yeah,
and complexion and stuff. And I do kind of like electronics, but people watch him because even though he's teaching electronics and electricity and everything, he's always blowing himself up, right?
yeah,
So you watch his
yeah.
content not as much for the educational stuff, but to see things go boom. That's
Yeah,
literally the name of
exactly.
the channel,
The
right? So
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
so that's his branding.
I was
And
about to say, I actually feel like that's kind of what he's known for, you know? Like, I feel like it's more that almost than the actual
yeah,
electric stuff. It's more
exactly.
the like the fact that it goes wrong.
Exactly, and that's his brand. Like
Yeah.
another thing you hear people complain about all the time is that, oh, it's easy to be a gamer girl or whatever, and you just put on a cleavage and you get tons of views. But
Yeah, yeah,
there isn't, a market for that. But I have no doubts that even those girls who use that to their advantage, and I mean, if they have it, I mean, whatever, use it to your advantage. Who am I to judge? I would.
yeah. I
Um,
was about to say, man, I probably would do the same. Like, I don't have that much to show, honestly. Like, I'm even for the girls, I'm not that big muscular
okay,
guy.
so on our next podcast, let's both get some cleavages and do this. Anyway,
Oh, I
so
gotta go to the gym, mate. I gotta go work out before we do that one.
you,
That's for
you,
sure.
you just buy some, those mouse pads with anime girls or something. We'll just okay. This is
I'm
irrelevant.
scared. You're gonna lose viewers if you have me on the
Yeah,
podcast and we
yeah,
do that,
and
mate.
that's
I'm
very well
just
deserved. That's very well
uh,
deserved.
I don't want to ruin your channel, mate.
Exactly, exactly. So, but what I was getting at is that even those fake gamer girls or whatever you want to call them,
Yeah, yeah,
and first of all, they have their own branding, right? They have
yeah,
to know what they're doing. That's what people click on their content for, and on most
yeah, yeah,
cases, I believe that whether they're reacting, whether they're gaming, they're secondary. They're there for the girls, but still those people, I have no doubt, they work 10 times or 20 times as hard as other people. Yeah, that was a really bad timing, wasn't it, Rose? No, I swear I was going to. I
Came
was
in the
getting
perfect time.
something important. I meant that even those people who have lots of views doing that, I have no doubt they work 10 or 100 times harder than people who just post on a YouTubers group saying, "Hey, I just have a new channel with 10 subs. Please subscribe," and don't even check the replies and comments when people go back in there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So again, you need to figure out what your brand is. I'm not sure if you'll be able to do that right here, but my personal secret, quote unquote, is that I ask myself a lot of questions, lots and lots and lots and lots and
Yeah.
lots of questions every time. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this live stream right now? Right?
Why are you doing this
Why
live
am I
stream right
talking
now?
to you?
Let
Why
me ask you
why
that.
did I
Why
decide
are
to
you
do this?
doing that? Why are you doing
Why
this?
am I using StreamYard? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, because it aligns with my mission. My mission is to help as many people as I possibly can live their best lives. And because of everything that I went through, and because of how lost I was, I
Mm-hmm.
decided that I would help everybody I could, understanding life a little bit better, how to think, how to set goals, how to put things into action, how to stop thinking of themselves as a victim and start owning their realities. Because the bad news is that you're responsible for everything that happens to you. The good news is you're responsible also for everything that's going to happen to you. You
Yeah, exactly.
to make that decision, right? And so that is why I did this, because I can help you directly. You had a great energy. That's why I saw something on your comments that just said, hey, I need to talk to this guy. So much so that you made me reignite this from coast to costa, that I want to do a weekly thing now. So next week, I want to have you on as well, at least 15 minutes, just to keep you accountable and see if you
Me?
things that you need to do. Of course, you'll be
Call me,
the
bro. Call
special
me.
guest. Um,
Now this is
but
an awesome idea. You should really do this. You saw it in the group as well. When we were like pitching the idea back and forth, people were really wanted it. You know, like they really wanted you to do this. They were interested in seeing what advice you could come up with. And as we also talked about, it can help a lot of people. You're not only helping me here, and we're not only talking to each other. You know, there is. I still don't know how this works. I don't know how to see how many is watching. I don't know how
13
many is
now.
watching.
We peaked at 16.
Okay. So as you can
Can
see,
you
there's
see the
13
comments
people
now?
out
You have
there.
a button there on the side that says comments besides the private chat.
Let me see. I made this. I turned it into like full screen. I can't see anything.
Oh, I see, I see.
Where do I have it? Okay, so I see the comments now. Hey guys, sorry man. This. I told y'all I'm a random type of guy. I don't know how to do this.
It's okay. So let's maybe start the Q&A in like 5 or 7 minutes for 12
Oh
minutes.
yeah,
And
I'm ready to answer some questions. I
yeah,
hope I
and
can
the
answer
cues
some
are both
questions.
for me and for him. So you guys let them have it.
You just throw them on.
Oh, we're at 16 now, all of a sudden. Anyway,
Bro, where do you see that, man? I'm looking at the comments now. Where are you seeing this?
top left here. I don't I
I,
don't
I
understand.
literally I literally see live 48 minutes and then I see powered by StreamYard.
Really,
And then I see
it's
all
right
the
next to
beautiful
the
comments
live.
here, man.
It's right next to the live. It's 14 now. You're just scared
It
to
doesn't
people
want to show
away.
me, mate. It doesn't want to show me, mate. It's
Oh.
it doesn't want to show me. It's
But anyway,
it's okay.
asking
That's okay.
questions.
Huh?
Asking questions, right?
Yeah.
So you need to keep asking yourself questions like, where am I going?
Definitely. Yeah.
What is the most important thing for me? Like, if I could have anything in life, what would it be?
Hmm.
What would I be willing to do for like stupid, ridiculous amounts of money? How much is too much money for me? What would I not do no matter how much they paid me? What would I be willing to do for free? Like, I'm doing this for free right now.
Yeah.
What
I was
would I do
just
for free?
about to say YouTube.
It aligns with my mission. And of course, it does help a little bit my personal brand, because I also want to start building my brand as kind of like a coach and helping people think and sort out where they're going. So that helps me as well. It helps you, I think. You'll let me know.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hopefully it'll give you some clarity. But I wanted to get to the questions thing because, even though for some reason he's controversial, we went to see Jordan Peterson in Porto a few months ago.
Okay.
He's like a psychologist, but the topic he talked about was really interesting because it was about listening. And he was talking about how you don't really know anyone until you listen to them. Because, like, even you in your life, even your mom and your friends and everybody, you already have an idea on your mind how they're like, how they think, how they act. But often, if you just listen to them and you start paying attention to what they're saying, you'll find things out that you had no idea was in them.
Yeah.
So you have an
You get
idea of
surprised
what,
every day.
yeah, you have an idea of what others are until you listen. And when you listen is when you really start understanding what you really are.
Yeah.
But that's not even the part that stuck with me the most, is that when he mentioned that, following that, we are the same with ourselves. You know yourself about as well as you know another person. And it is only
That's a
when you
fact right
start,
there, actually.
it's only when you start asking yourself questions that you start understanding yourself more, right? So, for example, if you ask yourself, what's my purpose? You
Yeah.
have to think about it, right? If you already knew
Yeah.
yourself, you wouldn't need to think about it because you'd already have the answer.
Yeah.
You
It would
ask
just come
yourself the
straight out of
question.
your mouth, like.
Yep. And then you have to answer.
Yeah.
So you need to answer all of these questions, get that clarity. And when it comes to making a new channel, having everything on the same channel, again, you need to think about the purpose. Where are you going with this?
Yeah.
Are you making a gaming video because you like gaming and you like playing games? Then whatever, go for it. I do that sometimes. One time I actually streamed Sonic Generations on this channel, which is supposed to be my professional branding
Really?
channel. Right? And then I was like, whoops, no wonder 4 people came and left. They probably were like, what does this have to do with Portuguese?
Yeah. Like what? Yeah.
Right? But yeah, I deleted it. I re-uploaded it on the gaming channel with the picture of an apple because I didn't have a thumbnail ready. Again, I'm not perfect, but long story short is you need to think about what your goal is and what your targets are. Because if your goal is to just have fun playing a game, you don't really care who watches it or not, you just want to record something, edit it, and post it, whatever.
Yeah.
But you need to be aware that that's the result you're going to get. I'm going to play a game to be random, then I'll get random results, and that's absolutely fine. Another thing is that there's this thing called content buckets, right?
Yeah.
So if I do a video on, let's say, Portuguese real estate, another one on coaching, kind of like what these interviews are, and another one on, let's say, gaming, for example, a person who watches Portuguese real estate is probably not going to be interested in interviews, maybe a little bit. I mean, it depends on if they're focused more on the real estate or me talking about the real estate, right? So
Yeah.
that's why my branding, I'm trying to make it a little bit about more about me than the company, because I also want people to know that they're working with me, they're working with Vitor. They're not working with a company that just wants to get commission out of you, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Real estate agencies, at least here where we live, you rarely see pictures of the people who work there. It's always some generic high-rise building or something along those lines. You're working
Yeah.
with but the gaming part, that's less likely that they would be interested on it, right? Maybe I could
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
playlists. And then YouTube would also get an idea, okay, this is gaming content. Most people won't care, but it might not affect your site too much. If it's a big discrepancy, I would say probably have something different, right? Maybe you have one channel to fool around, one channel where the branding is you. Hey, it's
Yeah.
just me living in the moment, having fun, having experiments. And then Project Happiness will be all about the branding that you'll think about now and develop. Because you said,
Oh,
let me see if I remember. You said it's random, funny,
so
allegedly,
far, yeah. Yeah.
and a
Oh,
place
and
to
do you
visit.
remember the last one? Oh, you're good. You're
I'm not.
good.
I'm just under a lot of pressure. And
I'm gonna give it to you again. You really need to get those applause sound effects in here. Like it's,
I do.
I'm
Yes,
sure the comments are like the people in the comments, the viewers are clapping with me here. Hopefully, you
yes.
better clap.
I just hope people here don't remember the sound effects I had on Twitch. Anyway, um, That said, is that how you'd like people to describe your channel?
For me, it's hard to say in 3 words. The most important thing for me in all of this, whether it's gaming, whether it's reactions, whether it doesn't really matter. For me, the most important thing is that when you leave my channel, that something, whatever video it was, but something in there made you smile. I want to make you smile. I want you to leave with a good experience. Now, obviously, you cannot treat everyone like, everyone is not going to like you. It's just not going to happen, and especially not on the internet.
And you shouldn't even
Um,
try.
exactly, and I'm not. Like I'm doing what I find funny and interesting. Obviously, listening to the viewers as well. What do you want me to do? Like, what do you want to see? Is there anything special? Let me know. But I want the viewer to have a good experience. I want them to leave being like, that was fun, or that was nice, or that was moving. Like, I just want that good experience for them, like, so whether you leave with a thought process going like, hey, he's so stupid, he's so ridiculous, oh my god, but he was so funny, that's good for me. I don't need you to be like, hey, he's the smartest, most clever guy in the world. Like, I don't care about being smart, I don't care about being clever. I just want to share some good energy. And do you remember that one of the three things about Project Happiness is randomness?
Mm-hmm.
You're about to feel that right now, because I'm probably the only one in the world who's gonna get on a podcast like this live and not charge my computer. So I have to leave the screen real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because my computer is yelling at me that I'm running out of power. So I'm very sorry. Give me 1 second.
Make some comments while you're away.
Make some comments, man. I'm sorry, guys.
Good. I mean, everything is part of it, right? So let's see, Bob and Viv. Beyond having a channel, what type of content has the best growth pattern? So that is actually a question people ask a lot, also on that YouTubers group. It's not really a question I like answering, because here's the way I see it: if you serve your audience, then your channel will grow regardless of niche. I often tell people the best niche in the world done for the wrong reasons will not give you results. The worst niche in the world, if you do it properly, can make you millions in exposure, in serving people and money and whatever it is that's important to you. Let's see, I'm in the same group, but there's a better group out there that is active oriented. They ban links, etc. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, let's see. So there's Rose. Rose asked a really good question. Okay, so maybe we can wrap it up and then go back to the Q&A session. So so then, in other words, it seems like you want your branding to literally be the project happiness. So it's a project for people to have more happiness, to live with a smile.
Basically, yeah.
Right.
Basically, yeah. Well, whatever can make you smile. If my channel helped you get just that one smile throughout the day, then I'm happy. Then I
So
did what I wanted to do.
and that is precisely what you need to have burned in your brain whenever you're making anything for your channel. Because it's very easy to lose your purpose. It's very easy to lose why you're doing it. And when you do, it'll be the common example of, help guys, why am I not getting as many views anymore? Because you lost your goal, you lost your purpose. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
goals that,
People came to see what they liked about you, and all of a sudden you sold out,
yeah,
basically.
it's not even sold out, but there's a lot that goes into it. Let me just create here a distinction between what the goal and the target is and the purpose, right?
Yeah.
This is
Hit me
really,
up.
really important. I should probably make a clip of this if I figure out how to. A goal, this is my definition as well. This is how I live and structure my life. A goal is something massive that there's no way it's feasibly possible for you to accomplish in 5, 10, or maybe 20 years. It's like something like in the super big, far off future. Like I said, I want to get as close to serving 8 billion people as possible.
Yeah.
One thing that popped into my mind, I have no idea how. I have no idea why. I have no idea why I would even consider that. But one of the things I want to achieve in my lifetime is I want to build a moon base. So have a moon base, maybe have spatial tourism or whatever. It's easier to go to the moon than to the bottom of the ocean, as we have seen.
Hey, you live in the right time. We're doing a lot of stuff. I'm
Sure,
just saying.
sure. I just have this weird idea that that's what I want to do, right? There's no way I can even understand how to figure that out right now. But it's one of the things that I have, right?
Yeah.
So first thing is set up a big, massive goal. And then there's the purpose, which is why is that goal important to you? Why do you want to achieve that? On the moon base, it's just something that comes and goes. I don't really have a purpose for that yet. But for example, helping 8 billion people, becoming a multimillionaire real estate and business investor and sales trainer, that I do have a strong purpose, which is I lived 27 years of my life feeling lost, having no idea what I was doing or where I was getting at, because the system we have is not designed to help you find yourself. It's just designed to help you become a cog in a machine.
Yeah.
And machines need cogs to work, but I wish somebody would have told me there is an alternative. And there is a lot of value in following. Okay, it's not just everybody won't be and can't be a leader. There's always a lot. There's also a lot of value in being a follower, but that's one of the.
And there's nothing wrong with not being a leader.
No, exactly. Absolutely. Again, everybody has their value, and
Yeah.
So the goal is something massive that you wish to accomplish. Like let's say 2 million subscribers on YouTube terms. Purpose. Why do I want 2 million subscribers? Because I want to teach people about this thing. I know I can help them with it. If they see this, their life will be better.
Yeah.
And I want their life to be better because growing up, I had this, and that. I don't want others to go through with it. So I want to be the solution to their problems, for example. And then targets. Targets are also very important. The target is when you break down that goal into actual actionable steps, right? So you just created a YouTube channel. Your goal is to have 2 million subscribers. Your first target might be 100 subscribers. Or it might not be the subscribers. It might be uploading 20 videos or something along those lines. A target is something that is achievable on the short term. A goal is something that you're working towards in the long term. And the purpose is something that makes you want to do it. Where the alternative to not doing it is unbearable to you. Okay. And so that's why when people say, hey, I just hit my goal of 100 subscribers, it sounds nitpicky, but they usually say that's a target. Your goal should be much higher than that, because a lot of people set their actual goal to 1,000 subscribers in 4,000 hours. And when they reach that, their brain shuts off. Because, hey,
that's the sad thing, because that's your goal should be higher than the 1,000, because then again, that shows me already there that you're in it for the money. You're thinking when you get those 1,000 subscribers, you're going to make bank from YouTube, you know. Like let me be honest with you and say that even when you do hit those 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you're probably still not living off of YouTube, you know, alone.
Definitely. I have a channel with 6 million views that over like 10 years maybe paid me about 5,500, which is some money.
You see it's some money, but
like 50, 70, 90. So it is nice when it drops on the account, I'm not gonna lie. But
of course it is, and it should be, but
if I stop,
it shouldn't be. Exactly. It just shouldn't, like, if you want to make content, this is my own personal opinion. Everyone have their own opinion. Mine is, if you want to do this, do it because you like it. Do it because you enjoy doing it. If you're doing it to try making this like one of those get rich quick type of thing, it's not working. It's I've made hundreds of videos by now. I'm not rich. I'm still sitting. I don't even have proper lighting here right now, you know. Like, guys, help me out, man. This isn't working out, man. This is not you're not just
setup. You have a pop filter. I don't even have a pop filter. Oh yeah, you see there that little microphone thing? That's what I don't even have a pop filter
I
in the
like
do.
that it's a circle though. I actually like that microphone. It's a very it looked good.
It's a
It
blue
looked good.
eye.
I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it.
It's very affordable too.
Very
So
affordable.
so yeah, I mean, I promised people 15 minutes of Q&A. I also have to go have dinner with my parents. So let me look, because Rose asked a really great question, and I will be sending her the answer as well directly to her DM. Where is it?
Also know Mariah, I hope I'm saying it right, had a
Maria.
question
That's
as
a
well.
Portuguese
Maria.
pronunciation.
Maria had a question as well further up. I'm also gonna
Purpose.
answer that. I can actually do that very, very quickly. You asked Maria. Am I saying that
Which
right?
which one? Which one? I can put it on the screen.
Oh, it's the one where she's asking what the conclusion about being too
Oh,
early
okay.
to create. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Um, Maria. Am I saying that right? Am I saying it right?
Maria. It's one of the hardest R's of the Portuguese language. I told you I was in Denmark. It was
Yeah.
like an exchange program. 1 week I went in there, stayed with the family. Another week they came to our house, and my grandpa's name is Rodrigo, and it was great watching him say it.
Okay, so it's not that much like rrr.
It's like R on the tip of your mouth, but just one R.
Ma-
Maria.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah,
There we
there you go.
go. There we go. You asked me what was the conclusion about being too early to create other channels. And as I explained earlier in the video, it was pretty much just because I'm still just beneath 500 subscribers. I did not know if it would make sense making a whole ton of other channels already now, while already working on my main channel. Making a YouTube channel and getting it to grow can be a hard thing. It's not just something you do from a day to another. Obviously, some people are lucky, but usually it really takes time, dedication, and hard work. To be honest, and I wanted to figure out, so I wrote in the group where we also met each other, and I asked the question: is this too early for me to start putting my focus away from not away from my main channel, but obviously if if I'm focusing on 3 channels instead of one, the main focus is kind of split up. Is that too early to do, or what would you guys recommend? And yeah, that question is actually why
That's
we're here today.
that's a
That
nice
is.
one. Only you. That's a question only you can answer, man. Again, you need to think about what your purpose is, so that you
Mhm.
can then see if it fits in with your plan or not. Like
Yeah.
again, I suffer from shiny object syndrome. When we
Okay.
finally launched our company, all of a sudden we met 2 or 3 other companies like, oh my God, this is also great business. Let's join this thing and start working with them. And Maria was mad at me because, like, what do you mean? We just started our company. We now have to pay accountants and social security and all these things. And all of a sudden you're driving off in the opposite direction, right? So again,
Already ready to hop on to the next thing.
yeah, it feels like to me. So somebody once said that you need 3 hobbies: one to make you money, one for you to be creative, and the other one for you. I think it was to build something. I don't quite remember, but I know one is to be creative and another one is to make money, and they should be separate. And it feels like here, Project Happiness is your project, so it's the thing you're working towards, but it
Yeah,
feels
definitely.
like you have that need for the creative outlet. So perhaps, and I just basically met you today, it's the first time we're seeing each other.
This is the first time we're seeing each other, actually. A lot
Yes,
of
we
writing, but the
haven't met
first
yet.
time ever seeing each other.
Anyway, and so, but it feels like that maybe you need just something to dump your creative juices on. So perhaps what I would do, just without knowing much more, and then you'll think about your purpose. It might not be a terrible idea to, this is your channel, this is what you focus on, this is what
Yeah.
you'll go in 100%. And then the other one, hey, I feel like playing a game today and make some stupid video edit. You make it,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
upload it, and don't think much about it.
If that works, it works.
Now let's see. Does posting shorts hurt your channel? Some people say that it doesn't lead to new subs watching your longer form videos. Again, it depends on how it fits in with your channel and how it serves your audience, right?
Yeah, I
Because
would
a lot
definitely
of
say it's depends on what kind of creator you are.
Yeah, because a lot of people just, it seems like shorts are the new trend. Everybody's doing shorts and only shorts because they get lots of views and they get lots of subscribers, and then they come crying because nobody watches their other content. Like shorts are like, a long form content is hard to grow because people need to relate with you. They need to want to watch that, take the time out of their very precious time and day to actually look at it with some intention. A short is something that you're scrolling. This seems mildly interesting, and it's probably only 5 seconds. Tap. Next.
Exactly. For
Now,
me, nah, go on.
no, what I was going to say is that shorts have their place. For example, the aspect ratio isn't quite all that, but one way I would use shorts, and I probably will, is maybe take a look at this interview right here, and then get a short clip, a few seconds of something important that you say, for example, and then I'll put it there. Hey, if you want to see the full interview, click here. Using it as a way for people to connect with the channel. This is part of the channel. It's kind of like, you know how sometimes you go to certain stores and they have maybe somebody there with bits of cheese and toothpicks and they give you one to try out. That's how I see shorts should be used. They're kind of a sample of what you have to offer. You give them to people, they taste it. If they want more, they go to your channel. What do you think?
That was so perfect right there. You literally just took. That's the reason I'm smiling, by the way. I totally agree with what he just said. The way I'm using shorts is actually exactly the way he just described it. So if you go to my channel and you see the shorts I've made, you'll notice very fast that all of my shorts almost is literally clips from videos I've already posted. So long videos, and it serves as a promotion to go watch this video. So if that's how you're using shorts in a way to promote your channel and in a way to promote the videos you're posting, no, then I don't think it hurts your channel. Then you're yeah, and it was actually a very, very, very great example you came with there. Like everyone has went to the store and seen those, like, have a taste for free. You know, it can be wine, it can be cheese, it can be that serves a bigger purpose. You know, that is.
Where do you live?
Austria, mate. Austria is. I'm from Denmark, but I live in Austria now. Do you know how much wine is down in these ends of Europe?
I think
it's a lot.
Austria has the highest wine consumption per capita.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, then you all should listen, because down here you'll get free wine in Austria when you go to the, like, not a whole bottle. You'll get like a taste.
Think about it. If you go to my father's-in-law house, it's hard for you to leave there without one bottle of his wine. So.
Oh yeah, well, you could invite me at some point. Like, I mean,
sure, why not? Do call me when you're in Portugal. Portugaldoor.com.
I will.
Has all my contact details.
I will definitely call you. But hey, who knows? Maybe you guys will see a video where we're actually standing next to each other. I'm pointing this way, but you're sitting over here. It's kind of weird for me. Like, yeah, it's this whole like reflection.
Controls.
Nah, but to answer your question very basically, no, I don't think it hurts your channel if you use them right. Now the question is, how do you use them right? I don't know. For me, I use it as promotion. I promote my longer videos on shorts. It works for me.
My rule of thumb is,
what do you think?
My rule of thumb is, how does it serve my client? Because YouTube and any business is all about serving your client. If you serve your client, they will view. If you don't serve your client, they will click away.
Yeah.
Simple as that. How does the shorts add value to your client? If you're making shorts because you want to make more subscribers or get more views, maybe that will happen. But then you'll pay the price somewhere else. So
Yeah.
that's why you need to have that plan and that all of that sorted out. Now, this is one of the most brilliant questions, and this is the one asked by Rose. I'm calling you Rose because I think that's your name on Facebook. So, Purple Luna Rose Tarot. I
Ooh,
have
this
a
is a
different
good
plan to the
question.
work, but I have a question. What is the one thing you would tell a content creator to help with consistency? Now, this hits close to home, right? Because I put the pro in procrastination. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is something that I really had to work hard on myself. I'm still not perfect at it by any means, but this applies to anything you do, be it business, be it YouTube, be it your own life. The most important resource we have is our time. If you ask to any millionaire, multimillionaire, billionaire, or whatever, that is the one great equalizer. Everybody on this world, regardless of their race, skin color, heritage, religion, whatever, we all have 24 hours a day. That's, I think, 1,440 minutes.
Use
Every
them
single one.
correctly.
The what?
I said use those hours correctly.
Yes. And what I mean by this, there is this huge misconception people have, which is they think they need to be motivated. And this is something that I kind of understood relatively a few months ago, I would say, even though I've been studying all of this for a few years. Motivation is super overrated. Motivation is great. Don't get me wrong. When you're motivated, you feel like doing the thing and putting in the work. But motivation is, I guess we can compare it to a short. It has a lot of quick results, it has a lot of fire, but burns out.
Yeah.
You will not be
Ooh, that was
motivated every
good.
single day. The thing you should work on is discipline. What is the one thing you would tell a content creator to help with consistency? Have a schedule, stick to it, do it whether you want it or not. Every single day, every single week, I don't care. Whenever you're feeling a little bit maybe more motivated or whatever, make an action plan. Know what's important to you. I must be successful on my YouTube channel because of this, because of this, because of this, because of this. What is the alternative of me not accomplishing it? I'll have a miserable life. I can't live with myself, so I must accomplish this. And then you set out a plan. I'm going to need to upload these many videos. I'm going to need to meet these people. I'm going to need to learn these editing techniques. I'm going to need to hire a person to do this, hire a person to do that. When you have your goal crystal clear, that's when you start backtracking. For me to get here, like let's say the moon base, which is the most stupid, ridiculous example I can come up with. To build the moon base, first I need to do how to create, a settlement on the moon that people could actually live on and not explode or and be able to live and breathe and stuff, which shouldn't be super hard since there are already space stations, right? But I would need to do that. Then I need to find a team that could build that. And then I would need to find a team that could build that on the moon. How do we get the crew up to the moon? We will need a rocket as well to not only carry lots of people, but also equipment. Those people will need to have training in space travel and whatever, because there's a lot of G-forces and all of that. But if you
There's a
start
lot of steps.
you start breaking down everything, and then who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to connect with? Maybe I need to talk to Elon Musk or SpaceX or something. Maybe if they're still the leading rocket company at the time, maybe I'll create my own rocket company. Who knows, right? But if you have a goal, then you walk back from there. On this case, know why your YouTube channel is important to the point where you'd be willing to do anything to achieve it. And then
Yes.
you set a schedule. I'm going to need to upload X videos a week, a month, whatever, and do all that. So you set a schedule, you record, you edit, you don't feel like doing it, you're feeling sick, I don't care, do it anyway. If you take a look at, famous athletes, superstars, whatever, singers, they don't want to train. They don't want to practice, but they do it because they have to, right? So discipline beats motivation every single time. That is the one thing I would tell a content creator.
And
Focus
I
on
would
this.
say that discipline is going to help you in like every aspect of your life. And you actually came up with a very great thing. You just said like, oh, I'm feeling sick today, I'm not going to do it. So me as a content creator, I have an example. Actually, my latest video on my channel is about this. I just had a tooth infection, actually, where they had to do a root canal and everything, and the infection
Oh,
spread to
that's
my
fun.
throat and my bone.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
I have never, and cross my heart, ever experienced pain on this level. Unbearable. Um, I made the latest video while being in this pain. Also explain it in the video,
Link it
because
on there.
of
We can ban you for link dropping. No, I'm kidding, but link it.
I will. I will. I don't know how.
Oh, just comment on the video later then. I'll pin
Okay.
it to
Perfect. Perfect. I'm guys. I'm the stupid guy in the chat here. I don't know how any of this works, but no, I did it
the.
anyways. And discipline is very important, and the schedule is so important to do, because what it does for you, we actually talked about it earlier. You'll probably remember if you were here from the beginning. You were talking about habits. The thing that makes it so hard to keep doing something all over again when it's something new is the fact that you never did it before. It's a new habit you're trying to make. Your body is like, wait, you're not used to doing this. Why are you doing this? So you're automatically your own enemy here. You are
Oh,
trying to drag yourself away from doing
2000%.
this, you
2000%.
know.
Yes.
And when you make this schedule, and you, in the beginning, it's, let me be the first one to say, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna suck,
Oh, it's gonna
it's gonna
suck.
be
It's gonna
so
suck.
annoying, but you have to do it. Because if you do that, I'll even say, I don't know if you agree with me here, but if you stay consistent and do that just for a month, it'll slowly turn into a habit. And what do you do when you wake up? For me, I wake up automatically as if I'm still sleeping. I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I get ready. Why? Because it's a habit. I did it my whole life. It
Yep.
comes natural to me doing it. It's easy. Now
Yep.
the same thing is going to happen to you with your videos or whatever you're doing. This actually covers everything in your life. Once it becomes a habit, it's not hard
Yes.
to do it anymore. It happens automatically. It's a part of your schedule. Very, very, very good thing you came up with there. Like,
Yes.
make a schedule, and in the beginning, be prepared mentally for the fact that it's going to suck. So don't get
Oh,
scared when you're like, oh,
yes.
why is this so,
Yes.
now maybe it's not for me.
Yes.
It is for you, but you have
Yes.
to win that battle. You
There
have
is
to
not
show
one.
yourself that you can win that battle, and you can.
Yes, there is not one successful person on this world that absolutely loves having to do what they do every single day, but they do
Mm.
it regardless. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you have to.
a lot of people think that, oh, I'm not loving what I do anymore, there must be something wrong with me. No, that's how it works. If you want to get big results, you need to give big sacrifices as well. Now, when it comes to the habit and the schedule, I have two big tips as well I can give people here. One of them is, if you have a goal to, let's say, post one video per week, for example,
Mhm.
it would become easier to, instead of having to do one video every single week, you can set one day off every month off your calendar, and then you record 4 videos, you edit the 4 things. Depends on the kind of content that you create, right? But the other thing is, when it comes to habits, you just said it. Every morning, we all have certain things that we do out of habit. One
Yeah.
good thing you can do is called habit stacking, which is, after I do X, and X is something that you do every single day, I'm going to do Y. After I brush my teeth, I'm going to my desk, I'll grab a piece of paper, I'll write down 3 ideas for my YouTube channel, either a video idea or something I need to learn, whatever. Just an example, or 3 ideas, or I'll record a video, or I'll edit 5 minutes, or I'll
Do
watch a
something
tutorial,
productive. Yeah.
whatever, right? You put things after the habits. Atomic Habits, beautiful book to read. Anybody here, regardless of what you're doing in life, Atomic Habits is a wonderful thing for you to read. Are there any other questions here, or shall we just keep developing on this one? Oh, Rose also asks, is it possible to stream too much? It is, if you're doing it just because. If you don't have a purpose or a goal for it, you're not adding value to your people and you're just streaming for the sake of streaming, I would say that would be streaming too much.
I'll
Like
say
if you're
everything can be too much, actually. If you do it without a purpose or without a plan whatsoever, everything can probably be too much if you don't know why you're actually doing it, you know?
yeah, exactly.
But,
If it's done properly, you can do it perfectly fine. Like I'm not sure it would be healthy for you to stream 24 on 24 on 24 on 24. But maybe you can find a way to do it. Like if you have a team and you rotate between people, and I don't know, that could be a possibility. But you have to figure out how to make it valuable and make sense.
definitely. Definitely.
Where's the rabbit? I don't know where the rabbit is. Thank you for answering my question. Of course, good sir.
No worries. Thank you for asking a question.
Hey, VITOR. Oh, yeah. And Maria says, and here I was getting used to the idea of the private jet.
That's when you talked about building your moon base.
That is one of my goals, having a private jet that can take me and the family intercontinentally between here and America. I've already talked to a guy that sells jets, which turns out it's very similar to how real estate works. You give them a retainer fee, which on this case is like 25,000, and then they ask you questions: what you're looking for, what kind of jet, how many miles you're gonna do, what kind of countries are you traveling to, and so on and so forth. And then they go out and start looking for somebody who has that jet for sale, which makes sense. They're not going to have a shelf with jets
with private jets,
right?
Just go into the grocery store. Yeah, I'm looking for a private jet.
Oh, and of course, Mikkel, come on.
You also want to make people know more.
When you were talking about your project.
The what?
When you were talking about your project, what you do for your channel, when you were saying you wanted people to smile.
I'm actually not, and this is my mom, so this is a bit bad of me. Shout out to my mom, by the way, lovely woman.
Careful.
I'm actually not. Yeah, I'm actually not exactly sure what you mean there, mom. I do want to make people know more, but I don't know if that is my purpose. As I said, my purpose is sorry. My purpose is making people smile, making them happy. And I think if I should come into something I want people to know more of, is actually a lot of the stuff we're talking about now. The fact that you are able to do way more than you think you are. We talked about that earlier, that a lot of people have a habit of telling themselves that they're not good enough, that I can't do this. Why would I be able to do this with whatever? And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the fact that you, whoever you are listening to me right now, I don't believe in the fact that you're not good enough for whatever you want to do in life. Now, whether or not you achieve that thing is up to you. I can't do anything there. That is up to you. But I would love to be one of the guys that sparked the flame in the brain of someone out there that said, hey, you know what, maybe I am good enough, maybe I can do this, so if I would have something that I would want people to know more of is the fact that you are capable of doing way more than you think you are, way more than you think you are. Just do it right.
Yes, no, 100%, and I'm sure you already did that, impacted several people like that with this interview, and
would be awesome. Would be awesome.
And it really is like it really is all up to you. Like if you think you're a victim,
definitely
you're a victim, but your potential is limitless. Like my goal, and one of the things I say is that I'm always looking to seek perfection, but I know I'll never get there. I can always be better. I can always learn something. And it's just brilliant. Dave Hobbs is also batching the next 2 weeks of social media posts. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to do everything every single day because that can get tiresome and things happen. Have a day, you do the whole thing, you schedule it, and then you don't have to worry about it, and you can focus on other things. There was also one thing I wanted to say when it comes to, your mindset really is everything. Jim Quick says, your brain is a supercomputer, and the words you use are the software that runs it.
Ooh.
And it is as
That's a
simple
good
as
one.
that. And I'm firsthand experience on that as well. And just before we wrap up, also a story that exemplifies what I meant by your mindset really does attract who you are, and the outcome you have in
Yeah.
life really is a reflection of what's in your mind. And people don't realize this, but the way you are will drive opportunities away and bring bad stuff towards you, and vice versa.
Yeah,
One time
definitely.
there was this. In fact, before I say this, okay, this is going to take like 5 minutes, but I think it's important for many people to listen. The other day, a 17-year-old kid from the YouTubers group, actually,
Okay.
Nigerian, and I was talking to him, and he was asking for some advice, and he asked me, "Hey, what do you think about Nigerians?" And what I told him is what I'm telling you right now is that I've talked to many of them and people from many countries. I feel like people from Nigeria probably waste their potential the most because they feel like there's so much victims. I know that it's a poor country. I know they don't have a lot of stuff that many other countries have, but they put themselves down so much. They devalue themselves down so much. I've met so many great people and smart people from there, but because they're from Nigeria, they feel like, you know, it's like they feel like they're not worth it. You know what I mean? And it's really sad.
That is really sad.
At the same time, one time I met a girl also from. Okay, Bob. Thank you very much. I'm just wrapping up. You probably heard this story already, so. But one time I had this. This girl was also from Nigeria, and she would just message me every week like "Hello," and I would reply, "Hey, how can I help?"
Yeah.
And one day, after she's saying hello and me saying, "Hey, how can I help?" and she stopping to reply, she would just say, "Hey, you're not helping me," or whatever. I'm like, "What's going on?" She basically wanted money. Okay. She wanted to open a business. And so I said, "Okay, tell you what, let's schedule a meeting. Let's hear out your business plan and see what you have going on." And then she was explaining that she needed $5,000 to open a boutique store where she would sell trendy clothes for like 200 euros or something. And then she would also use those 5,000 to get acting classes, and she would also use those 5,000 to get modeling classes. And then whenever I started opening my mouth to ask her questions or like try and figure out what her business was heading, she would literally roll her eyes and look sideways as I was talking
I
because she
think
only heard about my 5,000.
people don't realize that advice from other people can be 10 times if not 20 times more valuable than money.
I would,
Very valuable to get advice from other people in the same business or who knows more about it than you do. Take
I would say
advice over everything.
more actually. I
Come
would say
again?
times more because if I gave her the 5,000 no questions asked, she wouldn't have a cent at this
Nah.
moment.
Nope.
None. She would
Nope.
have learned absolutely nothing. She would have gotten zero value out of it.
Yeah.
If she had listened to my advice and I didn't give her a single penny, she might still be struggling right now, but she would still be better off than she was before.
Yeah. She would have more knowledge at least, and knowledge can really get you far. Money is a bonus thing. It shouldn't be your first priority, whether it's YouTube or whatever it is. That's also, as we talked about before, that's why it saddens me so much to see how important it is for people, now I'm talking YouTube, who
Mhm.
how important it is for them not to reach 100,000, 1 million, or a actual achievement, but just those 1,000 and the 4,000 watch hours, because then I can get paid. If that is your priority, I believe, again, I could be wrong, but I think you're gonna fail. I think you're going to fail.
Yep.
Put it like, I'm gonna just say it straight out. I think you are going to fail.
Yep.
Where I don't care about, like, obviously I want to get more subscribers, but for me, I'm not sitting here waiting for that 1,000 and the 4,000 hours of what it's gonna be nice, but
Because you got your focus.
it's just not like
It's
I'm,
getting
I'm Yeah, yeah, but like true, oder? Like it's just I don't know. I feel like there are so many people, like the Nigerian woman you're talking about there, where they really think if they get a handout, referring to money here, their world is going to change. No, it isn't. It really,
Yep.
really isn't. Take the advice. The advice is gonna get you the money you apparently seek so much. The
Yep.
money, as you said, if you were gonna give her $5,000 just like that, she wouldn't have gone to model class. She wouldn't have done all of that. She would have. She got it so easy. She would spend it even faster because she got it so fast and
She
so
will
easy.
spend it with someone who take advantage of her, no doubt.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I can
exactly.
get the modeling career. You just need to pay me 3,000.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, okay, fair enough. Here you go. Like, take
Yep.
that advice. Take that
But that,
advice. Take that advice,
that's a
please.
beautiful note to end on, which is whenever you do something for money, money will run away from you.
Yeah,
Whenever you do something to help serve people, it's like people will magically spawn all around you and get you
yeah,
money. We've had that happen in our lives, and we had times where we were maybe a bit more focused on money, times where we were a bit more focused on service. Hey, how are we going to pay our bills?
yeah,
Hey, you know what? We don't have money to pay our bills, but let's serve our clients. Oh, what do you mean we're getting money on our account without even talking to people?
yeah.
It's really weird how it works. So, two last
Just
things I want to say, and then it's your final words before we wrap up. One, in opposition to that Nigerian girl, I've also talked to people who did listen to my advice. I recommended some books for them to read and study, which are free on YouTube, by the way. If you'd like, send me an email at books@portugaldoor.com. Tell me what kind of books you'd like to hear, like personal development or understanding money or whatever. I'll give you some recommendations. If I know a free source, I'll give it to you. But they did it. And then a few months later, hey man, I have a business partner. We're building a business. We're going to start raising cattle or whatever. That doesn't happen all the time, but those who listen can make it work. Again, it's not easy, but it's much better than just it's that old saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, he'll be rich for all of his life. And the last thing I want to say is the book recommendation for today is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Do yourself a favor, read it. My number one book at this moment, followed by Mindset by Carol Dweck and Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. But Atomic Habits is a beautiful book. Mr. Project, take it away. Final words.
first of all, thank everyone for watching. This was a pleasure. Thank you for having me here. This was awesome, an awesome experience. Hey, I'm gonna throw it up too. Oh, that's a
I
nasty heart. Yeah, I don't know if I made like a.
don't know how to make these things.
There we go. There we go. Right. I even have it in the bandana here too. Thank you guys so much for watching. A quick note on what he just said there is like please don't use the fact that stuff isn't easy as a that's nice right there. Please don't use the fact that stuff isn't easy as an excuse. It wasn't easy for me neither. I'm sure it wasn't for you. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, life was never supposed to be easy. It's not going to be, and it wasn't in the beginning.
God forbid if you rely on the government to solve your issues.
Exactly. Like life just isn't an easy thing. And that's actually, as ironic as it sounds, kind of the beauty of life. If you would get everything handed to you, yeah, well, then what is your purpose on this earth? Life isn't easy. Please follow your dreams. Go do what you want to do. Believe in yourself for the love of God. Don't doubt yourself. You can do it. Don't care if people are going to laugh. Don't care about all of that. If this is what you want to do, go out, show yourself. Don't show the world. Show yourself that you have what it takes to
Yes,
do this, to
yes,
accomplish this, because you really can.
yes. And you're only in competition with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm probably supposed to say go like and subscribe to my channel, but I'm actually not gonna go down that route. I'm gonna say, hey, whatever
At the
you have
point,
going right now, whether it's YouTube or whether it's real estate or
yes.
whatever you're doing with your life right now that you're enjoying, don't stop. Keep going. Go get your subscribers. Go get your customers. You got this.
Absolutely. I mean,
Hey,
at this
thank you, man.
point,
Thank you, brother.
if this is
This
valuable
was
for
awesome, man.
people, then they can subscribe or whatever. I'm going to give you homework. So Grant Cardone is a big role model of mine, and in one of his books, he has a bunch of questions that are personal interest, money motivation, skills and talents, market research, legacy, 5 people you admire, lifestyle, what ifs. I'm
Okay.
going to send you 2 files, one with the questions and another one is blank if you want to print it and write it. What I want you to do is every day at the exact same time, you fill in all of those questions. It should take you about 15 minutes. This, I have here bunches and bunches of pages.
Am I getting all of that?
The what?
Am I getting all of that?
No, this is like me answering the questions for weeks.
Oh,
right?
I was about to say, hey, this is karma, bro. I wasn't that good in school. This is like school coming back to me, be like, yeah, you thought.
Yeah, but I'm going to send you that, and then next week, maybe around this time or not, again, first time we're recapping the live stream, so maybe there will be another better time. But next week for sure, at least 15 minutes. I want you to come back, talk about if you gain clarity or not answering these questions, and see where you go from there. Sound good?
Definitely. Hey, you guys let us know what time works best for you guys. There's plenty of ways you can let us know.
Let's do a poll. I love polls.
I'm
not talking about the country. I probably love them too. I've worked for a Polish company before, but all right, everybody, take care of yourselves. Mr. Project. I mean, we've already called you Mikhail, your mom with a reveal.
Yeah,
thank you
man.
for being here. And see, it's like this is the beauty of having a great mindset. Because I rarely talk to you. I sense something in your words, and now that I talk to you, you have the exact energy and mindset that I appreciate. I only found out on the stream directly, but my subconscious picked it up in the way you talk. That's why mindset is so important, because it gets felt on every single little thing you do.
It does. Energies are a beautiful thing. They really do pull us together. Hey, let me end this as I would on the YouTube channel. So I didn't ask you to subscribe. So instead, I'm gonna give you a true Project Happiness ending. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay happy, stay safe, and peace. I don't